Hi everyone, welcome back. We are doing another episode of which pens and mediums work best in these books or specific books and their paper. And today I am doing Kerby Rosanes. Now, this is not my full collection of Kerby Rosanes books, but these are ones I have actually colored in, therefore probably the best to do a video on. So, let's get started. What do I recommend on Kerby's pages? Well, first of all, I have bought every single one of Kerby's books, and they are a nice, thick cardstock. Can even hear it. Very soft, like a smooth, no tooth. Now, some are single-sided if you get like the Phantomorphia and stuff, but most are double-sided, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to show you completed pages so we can talk about what works and also what doesn't work. So, first things first, my most recommended pencil in these should come as no surprise to you, not just from my channel, but others who do a lot of Kerby work, Prismacolor. Prismacolor is by far my favorite to use on smooth paper in general. It's creamy, they blend together very well, and this is done with Prisma, as you can see, and so it really came together nicely. So I really like Prismas on this paper. Now this background is actually done with Distress inks, which also do really well, blend out really nicely. I was actually really impressed with the Distress inks on there. Alright, now I have sometimes, as you can see, these are double-sided. On to the next one. I have some whips and whatnot. Now here's another one I was working on. This is also Prisma, and as you can see, Prisma just does really well. It blends really nicely on the smooth cardstock. So it's definitely one I would recommend if you're into Prismas, of course. If you're not a Prisma person, you probably would not like that recommendation. Okay, which brings me to my next pencil that you can use. Oh, I hate that it broke right there. This is actually Derwent Inktense. Inktense is by far my next favorite. If I'm not using Prismas in Kerby, then I am using Inktense in Kerby. And here you go. This is an example why. They dissolve really nicely on the smooth paper. They actually do not, look at this, no water lines or wrinkles at all. And this is Inktense, multiple layers. And then to top it off, I put Mod Podge glitter on top of it, which also works very well. So this was actually activated with water, not using my alcohol marker method. This is with water. And look at that. You don't even have any crinkles. So Inktense worked really well. It's actually one of my go-tos for Kerby pages, if I'm being honest. Prisma is my next, of course. Speaking of, this is Derwent Inktense as well. So you can see it really does blend out nicely. This one here is done with a water brush too, and look at the paper. It doesn't pill, it takes a lot of water, so that's always good. Here I actually have watercolor pencils. Now these were the Prismacolor watercolor pencils that did not do very well. They were splotchy, they were not blending, but it was not the paper, it was the pencil. So if you have Prisma watercolor pencils, probably avoid. This here, this is Prismacolor pencils, but the background is Neocolor 2s, and it took really well to the Neocolor. I didn't get splotches. I actually had to do 2 light layers to get this pink background. And look, again, Neocolor is water soluble, and it's not even wrinkled like at all. So these pages can take a good chunk of water. Same here. This whole page was done with Inktense, including the background, and then Mod Podge glitter on top. And as you can see, everything is smooth, and gold gel pens work really well. As well as gold paint pens, so that's one. Now I know you're probably thinking, gosh, it's all Inktense. Yes, there is a lot of Inktense in there, but hold on. So we do have some Inktense used here as well. This background is actually Neocolor. So again, you can see the Neocolor was blending out well. This is the first layer though. But this is Inktense, and then over here is Inktense as well. activated with water, and they don't bleed through, so that's nice. This is actually started with Prisma. Now this is not Inktense. This is Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils, which also work very well. These were activated with a water brush, and look how vibrant the colors stay on the paper. Surprisingly, for a very smooth cardstock, it does well. Okay, so let's get on to this one. This one was started with Prisma, but again, Prisma do really well in here, so you're catching a theme. This is Derwent Inktense again, and you're probably thinking, okay, I get it, Inktense. I'm showing you every finished page or started page so you can see the versatility and how well the colors show up, because this is actually really impressive. This is Derwent Inktense, and look at how vibrant that is. So this one here is another good example. This is Prismacolor, yes. So the fish and the waves slash fin are Prismacolor. However, the background is watercolor paint. That's right, watercolor paint. And then I did Posca to get the little froth. But look, the watercolor did not pill the paper at all. It also did not even wrinkle the paper at all. It's kind of crazy. I used a white paint pen over here, and it did well, and it even, you know, gripped on the Prisma. Nothing even bled through except tiny spots right there, just tiny. And this was the only one that had a little bit of wrinkles, but that was because I used watercolor, so more water than I would traditionally have with a water brush. But that's it, guys. So my favorite to use in these, and what I recommend, yes, Prismacolor and Inktense, Albrecht Dürer for sure, but also I wanted to touch on some pencils that are similar enough that you would enjoy the feel on them. I haven't used it in them specifically, but I've used my pencils so often I can tell you. If you have the Brutfuner squares, those will work very well because they do great on a smooth paper like this. So will any water-based markers if you want to base with it. However, keep in mind these do bleed through on these pages if you were to use alcohol markers, so I don't recommend that. And then when it comes to polychromos, I personally do not like polychromos on super smooth paper or cardstock like this, especially this one from Kerby. I had tried a page a long time ago and erased it and started over with Prismacolors, so that's why I don't have anything to show you. But I felt like with my polychromos, it was just a lot more layering. Now, what about pencils that are kind of similar to Prisma, like the new Derwent Chroma Flow? Those can do okay, however, I'm not the biggest fan. Derwent Drawing line of pencils, however, would do really well because they are creamy and opaque, so you can get your layers in. You don't need to worry about tooth, so you can just blend things out, so that would be a nice one as well. For backgrounds, just knowing this paper in general, like I said, Distress ink, watercolor paint actually does well, Neocolor 2s, but Pan Pastel would do very well, and so would Gelato's dry. So taking Gelato's, putting it on a palette, and brushing it on, that technique. I would not do wet Gelato's personally, but that's just me. So yeah, that is the mediums I recommend for Kerby Rosanes books. I would love to know what you like to use in Kerby's books, and until next time, well, I guess we'll take care. Oh, but let me know in the comments below which books you want to see next, because I'm just pulling at random from my bookshelf at this point. So yeah, until next time, guys, bye now.